Good morning, class. Good morning. Please stand for the opening prayer. Miss Inuhalas, please lead the prayer. Amen. So, please settle down. Settle down, please. So, how are you today, class? Are you feel happy, excited, or nervous, or good, fine? Alright, I'm happy to hear that. So me, I'm good. So, enough with that. Now, before we proceed to our formal discussion sa atong next topic, let us recall first our discussion or our topic that being discussed yesterday. What was all about? Who can recall? Yes, please. Alright, it's a level of measurement. So what is levels of measurement? What are those 4 levels of measurement? Very good, the nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio. Very good. So, now, can you name it and briefly discuss those 4 levels of measurement? First, you need to differentiate the two, the nominal and ordinal. So, who can differentiate those two? Yes, please? Alright. Very good. You have the point. So, nominal, according to Miss Amoncio, nominal can only used by naming or by labeling categories. So what are, or give one example for this one? Very good, it's gender. So example for nominal is gender. So nominal cannot be ranked. So it can only be naming or labeling categories. While ordinal, so according to Miss Amoncio, ordinal is like being ranked or categorized. So, what is the example for this one? Yes, please. Very good, class ranks. So, in honor list, sa classroom, di ba? From highest to with honor. So, that is the best example for ordinal. So, again, what are the differentiation or the differences between those two? The nominal only be used in naming or labeling categories, while ordinal can be ranked. Very good. And what about the 2 remaining levels of measurement? So, ganito, interval and ratio. So, what is interval and what is ratio? Very good. Interval, it can be categorized, it can be or have equal spacing, and then it has no true zero. So meaning the value of 0, there's no value of 0. So what is the example for this? Best example, the temperature. Very good. Temperature in Celsius. Diba? In temperature, walay 0. So there's no true 0. There's no value in 0. So that is interval. And the ratio, very good. Ingon si Miss Bermoy nga kung walay value ang 0 sa interval, ma'am, ang ratio, sa ratio is there's a true value or there's a true 0. So, naay value ang 0 sa ratio. Very good. So, I guess that you really understood our topic yesterday. Now, let's proceed to our next discussions. The measures of central tendency. So, before we proceed to our formal discussion, let's have a short activity. Our short activity is all about please solve me. So now I will group this class into 4. I have here folded papers. So I have here folded papers. Okay. So now let's count it. Mag-count off ta. Let's start with Miss Amoncio. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. So, go to your same number. Gather together and then settle quietly, please. So, for group 1, dire sila. Group 2 here. Group 3, likod sa group 2. Group 4, likod sa group 1. Alright. 1, faster! Settle down na, please. So, our short activity for today is please solve me. I have here 4 flashcards. Here, 4 flashcards. And each flashcard contains one problem. And each one of you, each group will solve it. You will do brainstorming, collaboration, in order for you to answer this one. So, please listen to the instruction. I will be given you 2 minutes only to solve this, to have a brainstorming and solve this one. And after our formal discussion, after we discuss our topic, you will choose one representative to present your output in front of class. Do you understand? Sabtanra, is there any questions or clarifications? Okay, none. So, I have here the flashcards, and once you received it, you may start answering or brainstorming. Here. Here. For group 4. Alright. Wala na lagi questions? Wala na? If none, you may begin. Alright. Time's up. Pens up, pens up, pens up. Pens up. Pens up. Wapa mo na human? Finished or not, please pass your paper. Please pass your output. Alright. So, do you have any questions sa inyong flashcard, sa inyong giansiran? Wala na? Sige. This short activity is to test or diagnose you if you have already the background or idea about this one. If nakaagi na ba mo dire. So, now, please settle down. Go back to your arrangement or your seats. Alright. So, today, our topic is all about asa ka atong topic? Based on your activity earlier, what will be our topic for today? Yes? Nakalimot mo? Sige. Our topic for today is all about measures of central tendency. Are you familiar with this one? Nakaagi na ba mo? Familiar siya? Alright. So, measures of central tendency is our topic for today. Alright, let me ask you a question. In your own idea, what is measures of central tendency? Who has the idea? Yes, please? Alright, you have the point. According to Miss Haum, measures of central tendency, it is a way to describe a typical or average kuno in a data set. So she has a point. So, according to Mr. Bluman, a measures of central tendency, it is a single value nga mo attempt to describe a data set by identifying the average. So, Haum is correct. So, by identifying its average, by identifying its central position, or a data values that occurs most often in a data set. So, measures, that is measures of central tendency. We can identify the average, this middle value or the central position, or the data values that occurs most often in a data set. So, measures of central tendency includes or has three classifications. What are those, kaha? Based on the short activity given to you. The mean, median, mode. Very good. It includes the mean, the median, and mode. So, let's start with mean. What is mean for you? Asa man ang mean? You're so mean? Yes. So, what is mean? Yes, please? Very good. It is the average of a data set. So, according to Mr. Bluman, the mean, also known as the arithmetic sequence. It is known as the arithmetic average. It is the average of a data. So, how can we identify or how can we determine a mean in a data set? How do we calculate this part? What do you do or sa inyong gibuhat in finding the mean sa inyong short activity? Yes, please? Imong gi-add, then divide it by. Very good. So, in finding the mean of a data set, first thing we'll do is we need to add the data values. What is the data values? The numbers nga naa sa data set. And then divide it by 10. Divide it by how many number of values. So divide it by number of values. So I have here the formula for finding the mean. In finding the mean, formula is mean, sample mean equals x sub 1 plus x sub 2 plus x sub 3 plus x sub n and so forth. And then divide it by n. So the x sub 1 or the x sub n will be the data values. So kung unsa man mga numbers ang na-include or nabutang sa data set will be your x sub n. And for the n refers to the number of values. So I have here one example. Find the mean of 3, 2, 6, 5, and 4. So, who will volunteer to answer this one? Yes, imong gi-add. So, 3 plus 2 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 is how much? It's 20. And the end of this is how many data values? Or how many number of values are there? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Our n will be 5. So 20 divided 5 is 4. Very good. So our mean here is 4. So nasabtan ra siya? Did you get it? It's easy, right? Yes. So, what is mean gani? It is the average of a data set. Very good. So, since you already understood this part, let's proceed to the second classification. The median. Alright. So, what is median na pud? Masa na pugahan ng median? So, kung ang mean is average, what is median? Who has the idea? Yes, please? Alright, very good. Ingon si Miss Inojales, median is the central or the center of a data set. So, the median, it is the halfway point in a data set. So, meaning, kung halfway point, it is the middle value. So, how can we determine sa middle value or the median in a data set? If ang data values are kanang like ni fluctuate, like wala na arrange, so how can we identify? So, before you can find this point, there are 3 steps. There are 3 steps in finding the median. So, the first step in finding the median is, masa kaha? The first step that we need to consider is, in finding the median, we first arrange the data set. So, kung naay instances nga like ni fluctuate, like wala siya na arrange, so we will do the first step, the arrangement. So, from decreasing to increasing. Mao na ha, dili siya pina-increasing to decreasing. It is decreasing to increasing. So, after that, after you arrange it from ascending order, the second step that we need to consider is, we need to determine how many number of values in a data set. So, when we talk about number of values, unsa man na? Pila ka value or pila ka data values ang naa sa data set. So, we need to determine. The first one is arrange from ascending order. Then, second step is we need to determine the number of values. And the third step, there are 2 steps that we need to consider. So, after we arranged, after we determine the number of values, the first step in the third step is if n is odd. So, what is odd? It's bunkig, right? So, if n or the number of values is odd, then we can easily identify the middle value or the median. So, like for example, the formula for this is median equals finding the middle value. So, sayon ra siya. If odd number ang n. So, I have here one example for this part. So, example, find the median 148, 155, 241, 203, 180, 184, and 186. So, in following the steps in finding the median, the first step gani is, unsa to? We need to arrange it. So, we come up with, by arranging it, we come up with 148, 155, 180, 184, 186, 203, and 241. So, after we arrange it from ascending order, what's the second step? Very good. We need to determine the number of values. So, how many number of values are there? So, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, 7. So, since n is 7, and 7 is what? Even or odd? Very good. It's odd. So, for this example, we can easily identify the median. So, our median, or the center, the middle value of this set is, let's count. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, the middle value is 184. Very good. So, therefore, our median is 184. So, nasabtan ra siya if n is odd number? Alright. Now, the second step in number 3, in the second part in step 3. So, according to Mr. Blumenapon, if n is even, find the mean of the two values. So, kung ang n na po di ay is even, o sa man ang even? Oh, kabaliktaran sa odd. So, in finding the middle value of this one, we need to, first, we need to arrange, then we need to determine. So, in determining, what are those even numbers, membe? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Very good. And so forth. So, if n is even number, the first thing we need to consider is, or we need to identify is, if it is even, atong mo find ta, we can identify the two middle values. So, the two middle values, to. Like for example, find the mean, 684, 764, 702, 764, 856, 132, 133, 1,303, 656. So, the first step is, we need to arrange it. We arrange it from ascending order. So, we come up with this one. And then, we need to determine if it is odd or even number. Now, so since it is even number, let us determine the two middle values. So, the two middle values for this one is what? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, our middle value here is 764 and 856. So, in finding the middle value of even number n is, we need to, yun sa maninyo, kung nakadawat mo sa even number n in finding the median. Yes, very good. You will add the two middle values and then divide it by 2. Very good. So, since we already determined the two middle values of this set, let's add the 2. So, 764 plus 856 is how much? 1,620. And divide it by 2. 1,620 divided 2 is 810. So, therefore, our median, if n is even number, is 810. Very good. Nasabtan ra siya? Sayon ra? So, again, if odd number, then we can easily identify the middle value. And what about if even number. So, those two middle values, imong i-add, and then divide it by 2. Very good. Now, since you already understood na this part, now let's proceed to the third classification. The third one is, kung human na ang median, it's mode. Very good. So, what comes into your mind about the word mode? Yes, please? Alright, you have the point. Another one. Very good. So, mode, it is a data value that occurs most often in a data set. So, meaning, na ay mga number of values or the data values nga ni-occur or nagbalik-balik in a data set. Sa usa lang ka data set. So, in mode, there are 3 or 4 classifications. So, the first one is the unimodal, bimodal, multimodal, and no mode. So, when we talk about unimodal, so, unsa man kaha ng unimodal? Very good. So, kung unimodal, it has one data value that occurs most often. So, naray usa ka data value nga nagbalik-balik. So, very good. That's a unimodal. And what about if there are 2 data values that occurs most often with a same greatest frequency? So, kung ang unimodal is naray usa ka value, data value nga ni-occur most often, what about if the data set has 2 data values that occurs most often with a same greatest frequency? Masay tawag anha, nanay duha ka data value nga ni-occur with a same sila nga ni-occur kung ang 2 nagbalik-balik kaduha, then ang 3 pod nagbalik-balik kaduha. Mao nay tawag, masay tawag ana? It's bimodal. So, what about this one? Like for example, listen ha. 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, duha ka 1, tulo ka 3, tulo ka 2, then usa ka 3. So, it classified as what? It is unimodal ba or bimodal? Yanong bimodal man? Unimodal? Why unimodal? Very good. Because kung bimodal siya, dapat they occur with a same greatest frequency. So kung kung katulo si number 2, dapat pud katulo si number 1. So, mo to'y differences ha. Kung unimodal siya, usa ra ka data value nga ni-occur. Pero kung bimodal, 2 values that occurs most often with a same greatest frequency. And what about if 3 or more data values na nga nagbalik-balik ni occur with the same greatest frequency pod? Asa kay tawag? It is multimodal. Very good. So, kung mo'y makita sa data set nga na ay numbers or 3 numbers nga nagbalik-balik with the same greatest frequency, then matawag na siya og multimodal. And then the last one is no mode. So how can we identify if the data set has no mode? So simple, diba? We can easily identify if walay data value bisan usa nga mo-occur most often or like nagbalik-balik. So note that if the data set has no mode, walay number nga nagbalik-balik, then we cannot call it 0 or none. Instead, it's no mode. So, mao tong concept sa mode. Na may gikalibugan? May kalibugan na nga part? If wala, okay. So, since you already know the concept of measures of central tendency and how to calculate those classifications, let's proceed or let's continue sa ato ang short activity earlier about please solve me, about the flashcards that I am given to you. So, let's continue. Who will be the group 1? Nana mo yung representatives each groups? Nana? Alright. So, I have here a folded paper. And please come one member of each group to draw this. So, here. Alright. Now, kinsa nakabunot sa group sa number 1? Kinsa nakabunot sa number 1? Alright. Group 2 and number 2. Okay. Number 3, number 4. So now, let's listen sa mga representative na mo present sa inyong output nga giunsa ninyo pag-calculate, pag-find ang mean or ang what is asked in the problem. So, let's start with, are you ready? Ready na? Oh, here's your paper. So, let's start. So, for group, who will be the one to present? So, here's your paper. So, right. Please listen to the first presenter. Alright. So, how did you find the mean, the median, and mode? What is being asked in the problem pa? What is being asked in the problem? You need to find the mean, median, and mode. So, in finding the mean, how do you calculate it? How your group calculate it? Alright. So, since di ay nasiyay kauban nga nakaaginaan, so they are correct. They add the data values and then divide it by the number of values. So, what's your answer? This one's correct. Please try to solve this one. Calculate this one. Alright, very good. And how did you find the middle value or the median and the mode? Very good. So, naday sila'y background about it. So, very good. Please give them a round of applause. Now, let's proceed to the group 2. The second presenter, then the third presenter, and the fourth presenter. So, since everyone got a correct answer sa ilahang part, on their part, or on their own problem, I see, or I can clearly see that you already have the background. Some of you have the background or the idea, or like nakaagi na mo ani nga topic. So, your outputs or the way you calculate those kanang ask in the, or what is asked in the problem is similar to the right formula or the right calculation. So since I already know that you have the background, some of you have the background na or idea or like nakaagi na mo anhi, now let's proceed to the activity. So now by mga questions, any questions or clarifications about our topic for today? Uban? Wala na? Sayon ra siya, no? Alright. So, our activity for today is, please read the direction and then answer the 3 items. So, answer the following. Find the mean, median, and mode, and classify the mode. So, now, I will be giving you 5 minutes to answer this. So, 5 minutes ha. It is an individual activity. So, please try to answer. So, try to answer this one in a 1/2 sheet of paper. Alright. You may begin answering. Answer quiet. Answer silently, please. Alright. Are you finished? Nahuman na tanan? Human na? Sige. Pass your paper in front of the class. Pass your paper. Pass your paper. Because I will be the one to check this one, ha? Nya, ako raning iuli inig. Next, face-to-face na to. So, wow, very good. Sakto siya. So, before we end our class today, I have here an assignment. So, for your assignment, you need to ask 10 classmates of yours about how many hours siya nga nag-use sa iyahang mobile phones daily. So, you will ask 10 classmates, and then, the first task is, you need to list the data. So, interview them or ask them how many hours, then you need to list the data. Second is, you need to compute the mean, the median, and mode. And after that, you need to interpret the result. So, interpreting the result is, mag-base ra ka sa result sa imong median, sa imong mean, o sa imong mode. Questions? Clarifications? Kano sa ipas? So, next face-to-face. Alright, wala na ilain? Sige. Let's end our day with a prayer. Miss Becerra, please lead the prayer. Amen. Goodbye, class. Goodbye. Thank you, everyone.